was from the Battle of Vimy Ridge, World War One, and my dad was a history buff, so he showed this clip, and this clip here. We'll wait for the beer. Thanks, Matai. So, yeah. So we're watching this World War One video, and see this guy right here. This guy, that guy. Watch that guy. So these are guys going over the top in the trenches. And they were fighting trench warfare, World War One. My dad paused the video there for a second. He said, "You see this guy? Wonder if he had grandkids." And I was kind of stunned. And then he said, "You know why he died? He died because he believed his grandkid would have a better life. And now, no grandkid. And he knew that when he signed up." I remember, I think I was about 8 years old when I heard that. And I realized now that was a warrior teaching his son the price of freedom. Actually, it's pretty much the price of anything worthwhile that's worth doing. Price of anything is everything. So I'd like to thank my dad for that. And yeah, I think I made a graphic about this somewhere. I probably got it here somewhere. I know I have. There it is. My dad. I'm probably doxing myself. Really don't care. That's my dad. Right there. And I have to get a picture of my son as well. He died 2 years ago. And it's been a real journey. You know, my dad's death and my son's. But that is what has happened. Now I'm going to show you something now. That, what I showed you, I would call the grandparent frame. Because my entire life, I viewed, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put a camera on my camera. Wait a sec. Full screen. Another video capture. Yeah, that thing. Boom. See, this is how you know. This is the difference between live stream and bullshit. Right? This is what occurred to me when I was thinking about this. Okay. So this happened, I don't know, what does it say? 6 months ago. And absolutely nobody is allowed to be sad. Because without this happening, today wouldn't happen. So nobody be sad. It all turns out good. Nothing to worry about. But we don't know where we're starting. We won't understand the story. So I showed you my dad and nothing. So it gives you, all through my life, I've had grandparent frame. And this event happened right here. I'll get out of the way and I'll play it. This was Father's Day, at the end of midnight, Father's Day night. So the Monday morning, really, after midnight.
These could be the hardest words I have ever spoken. Because I realized that it was after midnight, and I checked my socials and my email just a moment ago, and I realized that of my 3 children and their spouses and my 7 grandchildren, I got not a single Happy Father's Day.
Hey, so what people don't know, where's my mouse? Here, mouse. Mouse. Okay, you'll see in a minute why this had to happen. All right, so, yeah, it was pretty busted up about the Father's Day thing. And really, yeah, broke my frame. That's the best. So, I went to see a inexperienced doctor. Up to this point, I had been breaking down pretty regularly, and we'll talk about that later on at some point. But it was essentially on disability because I kept breaking down. So I happened to have an appointment in the morning following this event. So I was pretty crushed, so I was awake all night. And yeah, went to the doctor in the morning. Hey, medal. Thank you. So went to the doctor in the morning. Went to the doctor, and the doctor, first of all, said 3 times, about once. That's what I don't want to give him. Not twice, but 3 times. That I needed to go and find a psychiatrist. Mixed in with him telling me I needed to go back to work. Well, yeah. So, anyway, that was, the proverbial straw. So, kind of was at the point of figuring, well, not really have any value. What am I doing? Why am I waking up? So let's just say we kind of put a plan in motion. Fortunately, before anything progressed, I called a clinic crisis line, and they seemed to think there was a bit of a problem. So they sent half an army, literally, firemen, paramedics, police officers. Oh, there was a few people. So they stormed through the door, and I kind of, collapsed and woke up in Victoria Hospital. Got to the hospital, went there, literally slept for 3 days. Yep. From there, I got recommended into a program at Health Science Center, but it's called STAT. HSC. Woo! Woohoo! Okay, now I had read something, and I'm just gonna go over here, and we're gonna start something. Here we go. Holy bananas. That was loud. Okay. So, I read this, if I can find it, to all the people at STAT. Hopefully I can find it. My problem is that I had to upgrade my phone from my old phone, and I'm having... This makes it real, man. Okay, so this was what I read to my fellow classmates at STAT, and I'm going to read it now, because none of this can happen without these guys, and I hope to teach some of their techniques on the stream. Here's what I said. Goodbye, STAT. When I started the program, I could not figure out why I wanted to keep waking up each morning. My one-on-one Jane suggested that one of my goals might be to build a life worth living. I watched a video about Batman and Joker around the same time. I don't recall the details, but what stood out to me was the idea that despite all the garbage that Bruce Wayne had endured with the death of his parents, he could have chosen to believe that all life would give him was suffering. But instead, he chose a redemption story. to save the city that his father loved. Then it hit me. Despite all I'd been through, I could create my own redemption story and create a life worth living. Coupled with the idea of radical acceptance that if it is to be, it is up to me. The switch in my thinking, the switch in my thinking, and the tools from the STAT program for dealing with strong emotion have helped me immensely in processing what I want my life to be. Am I fixed? No, far from it. But I feel like I have more tools in my toolbox to help me build a life worth living. And that is what I intend to do. I do not know the words to express the gift of the hope that I've been given going forward, except to say thank you to all the staff at STAT for the time, effort, and energy that you put in each day. It has made the world of difference to my life. And I said to the other members in the room, to my fellow friends around the table, thank you for sharing yourselves with me. Your openness and caring gave me the gift of not feeling alone in this mess called life. I wish for each of you is to also create your path to redemption. This is my redemption story. Batman. Batman. I wouldn't come through. Stupid clipping thing. All right. That's the STAT. Let's do a big idea.